Well. I guess it is what it is, boys.
Yes, sir, it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with a wholesome, warm heart that I have to break the news of Rooster Teeth's ultimate shutdown. As fans of Rooster Teeth for over 21 plus years, I am 22, so I've been there since the start. So trust me, the math makes sense.
23 plus years for me.
Goddamn. You know.
Don't you dare say it now. Don't you dare say it.
Old as fuck.
It's
You're old as fuck.
I'm old as dirt.
It's pretty crazy to see, guys. I mean, goddamn.
Yeah.
What a road it's been, man. What a ride. I can remember watching this shit when I was a kid, man. Watching these guys for fucking years.
Dad.
It's a sucky situation.
Yeah. It's just things be going. It just kind of happens like that, I guess. But
Yeah. Still doesn't make it suck any less.
Yeah, but it might be a weird situation, but it doesn't make it feel any better. You know?
I mean,
I grew up watching them.
well, and I just thought about this because I'm sitting here holding the RTX cup like can holder thing that you put on the bottom of like a soda can or something that you gave me. You got to experience your one and only RTX.
Yeah.
Like,
It was
damn.
It was fun too. Like,
Right.
it was my first. I have to say it. That there was two things that sparked me and my brother going to as many conventions as we did, and that was us going to. We went to too many games over in. I think it was over in Philly, and that was when we first met Sharon Millet, who was Asuna and Ilya.
Oh my god. And
then,
V.
like, yeah, that's
V.
it. And then like a couple weeks later, I don't think it was that long. I think it was like a week or two later at most. We went to RTX.
Wow. And I told you, like, I think I'd even wanted to go the year after, and then I just, like I said,
but
it just didn't happen like that.
I would say it was a weird timing for when it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's fucked. But
man, I still can't believe
It was a lot of fun.
a company like Rooster Teeth, who had full conventions just for themselves, shut down.
the Rooster Teeth Expo. That's what RTX stands for.
RTX was actively like, it was just Rooster Teeth stuff. Like, it wasn't like anything else. It was just like, you had like Achievement Hunter, you had Ruby, you had Genlock, stuff like that. That was all it was. There was
Yeah.
nothing else.
Red versus Blue.
That too, yeah.
Man. Like, it's weird because having watched the live stream they did tonight, Carrie, the guy who writes Ruby, Carrie Shawcross, he talked about how he started watching Red versus Blue when he was in middle school.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, dude, what? Because that was literally me too, you know?
Same here.
And he said,
That was when I watched Achievement Hunter when I was
yeah.
that young, because it was funny because I still, the one thing I still actively remember to this date, it was funny because there's a Black Ops 1 mission, I think, if I'm correct, where in the campaign mission you're actually able to get like the thunder gun from zombies in the mission.
Oh, that's cool.
And I didn't know how to do it, so I looked up a video, and the first video that showed up was Rooster Teeth.
Jesus.
Like they were actively the first video that showed up on YouTube when I was looking at it.
I remember
Oh shit, this is cool.
having been in my, like, because my dad had been between different apartments quite a few different times, and we had a couple of different of our own apartments, and we had one that was like the coolest, like, fucking top, like, tallest tower, obviously, always at the top of the tower, apartment, and it like kind of like made it feel like it was a treehouse, the fucking deck when you sit outside. And I had this shitty fucking Windows Vista PC, and I had just gotten my Xbox 360 for the first time, and I started playing Halo Reach, and I was like, there were so many Easter eggs, and like I wanted to unlock all the achievements in the game, and then I fucking saw Achievement Hunter's achievement guide on achievements and all that shit, like Jack and Jeff, the first pretty much of the crew of Achievement Hunter. Hey guys, Jack and Jeff at AchievementHunter.com. Welcome to another achievement horse or something like that. Like they'd play all. It was so cool. Back then, Rooster Teeth was so fucking, man. It's just it's crazy.
And then it was so much more than what they were. Like so much less than what they were now. And you look at them now, I'm like, it's them shutting down. It's like a whole like. It's saddening thought because they date back so far, and it's like, wow, this group that I've been this group that I've been watching since I was in fucking like I was a kid is now just shutting down, which is it sucks.
Yeah.
And still with so many stories uncompleted.
Yeah, because you've especially like Ruby, wasn't Red vs. Blue's final season coming out too? Like,
yeah, Restoration.
Another one that
and like
another one that didn't really get too much shine either.
It's crazy because, ironically enough, the next season, the last season of Red vs. Blue is titled Restoration, and it's just like, damn. Like, and that was supposed to be the show that like brought Red vs. Blue back, that season that brought it back to like its roots again, and like for one final run.
I do like, though I do wish like they could have kept Red vs. Blue alive by just moving away from the original team after. Like I remember, like one of the most like soul-crushing moments was when I was flipping through TikTok last night, as you do, and I saw,
naturally for 2 hours straight.
Yeah, and I saw a clip of Church giving his final speech.
Oh God.
And destroying him, and well, at least the Epsilon version of Church.
Yeah. He had to erase himself.
Erasing himself in order to allow Tucker to use
the suit.
All of the augment. Yeah.
It's just like, damn, man.
And it was like, oh, just the one line. That's the shitty thing. The hero never gets to see what happens next. They just gotta hope their sacrifice is worth it in the end. That was my childhood, and
yeah, and I will be the first one to say I definitely don't look at it as far back as you guys do, because I got the main part that got me into Rooster Teeth was Ruby. And I didn't really watch Ruby until 2 years ago when my mom, right before my mom went into the hospital. You know what I mean? Like it's a weird thought to think, like, especially someone like me who's, if you guys look at me now, I'm just as big as, if not almost as big of a fan as Ruby as Tony is, and it's like, wow.
You're bigger. You're a bigger fan.
That's up to Tony to decide. I don't know. I wouldn't really get that far, but like either way, it doesn't change the statement. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
what's that, Lo?
That, like, if you look at it from, I initially said, like, I'm not gonna be the one to say, like, I know Rooster Teeth as much as you guys do, because I didn't grow up with them exactly like you guys did.
Oh no, but you still have your own valid, like,
yeah.
You still have your own memories of
Ruby,
stuff.
Into Rooster Teeth was Ruby, and I still to this date am like infatuated with every part of it.
Aw, man.
We all have our own separate stories about how we found Rooster Teeth. But it's all similar. It captured our hearts and helped us get through rough times.
It's funny too because I was thinking this before Kerry even said it in the live stream, but he said, because when he was telling the story of how he was watching Red vs. Blue in middle school, he was like, Red vs. Blue was what inspired him to do what he does. And the fact that took him into Rooster Teeth and behind the scenes, working with them, fucking, like, and that's just, to be in that role is insane. And the fact he got that opportunity was really cool.
Yeah, it's amazing to see, like, you see, like, the people who watched it growing up are now, like, working for the company. It's a fun thing to see, you know?
Mm-hmm. And just, it's just great. Because Red vs. Blue had so many memorable fucking stories. I mean, for fuck's sakes, they invented machinima entirely. Like, think about it like that. They invented this genre of video game movies. Not many people do it anymore, you know? And not many people perfected it the same way they did. They had a way, a method, and a know-how of how they wanted to tell stories in the game. They were creative, and they had all the help they could ever need from people all over the world who was, you know, who worked for Rooster Teeth or volunteered or whatever. People in and out, you know. It takes a lot, and man, it's just something.
And something to see that they're now kind of like not going to be able to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
especially with all the stuff they have, like they have all the stuff unfinished. You know?
Yeah. At the end of the day, you know, as bad as people have made Rooster Teeth seem over the years, a lot of people take things out of context, and a lot of people just say whatever they think off the top of their head, and then that goes trending and shit, you know?
Yeah.
Like, Rooster Teeth, in its roots, from start to finish, all those creators had fucking passion, man. And there's still people that were there from day one who are walking away at this point now because, you know, well, not walking away, but, you know, because of all of this, they doing other. Now they're going to be forced to doing other things.
Of like what they wanted to do, and now they can't. They have to like go find a whole new job for themselves.
Yeah. So, in light of all of that, it's just, at least, it's all still there for us to go back and watch.
Yeah.
You know, at least we can just go back. I mean, because I started doing it to see if my YouTube recommended would start bringing up a lot of old videos, and surely enough, after watching a couple of really old Rooster Teeth videos from like the Achievement Hunter days and Halo Reach or some shit like that, starting that, I already watched like two to like 5 videos, and then it started popping up more often, as if like, and now because you always get that on YouTube when you start going to your recommended tab where you're mostly pick your next video to start watching. You're seeing everything. Like, sometimes my brain, like, if I see a video that's from like a year ago, I'm like, I probably won't watch it, and I'm like, well, I mean, only a year ago. And then now I have to almost phase that. I have to start looking at videos, and like there's actually a plugin that I'm using that gets rid of like when a video came out, just so that I don't feel like whatever video I see and I think the thumbnail and the title's interesting, I won't feel like obligated not to watch it because it came out like so long ago. And I don't know why, that's just like a mental thing in my head. I don't think that's anything to do with like I don't want to watch old videos. Like I'm mostly hopping on YouTube because I get a lot of my news and shit from there. So if I see something that's like, oh, that's old news, right? I'm like, I'm not gonna see that.
I'm the opposite. I don't mind watching like older stuff because like you go on like YouTube and you see like, oh, this is this old. I'm like, I don't particularly mind it. You know what I mean? Like it's still fun to watch, and it's still something like, especially with a lot of content creators who do like just kind of like funny content.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, cool, I can still go back and watch this, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can start it, Chris.
Start what? Oh,
yeah.
Right. Sorry.
But yeah, fucking. I'm glad I like remembering it this way. Fucking, we're gonna, like, one of these times we have to start going back and like reacting to older videos they had, because Some of the shit they used to do was crazy. I mean, the fucking, if you even watched any of the Awus or the which for context, Awu was their show, the Achievement Hunter weekly video or whatever, and or it was a Achievement Hunter weekly update, so they'd do like updates of shit, and the entire time they're just throwing shit at each other across the office. Their office is completely fucking destroyed 99% of the time. It's just a mess. There's shit thrown everywhere. They'll fucking, like, Gavin and the other guys will prank each other. Yeah, they'll fucking, like, they'll prank each other.
In person.
Fucking Gavin smashed up a bucket of Smarties and left it on someone's desk.
I would love to see that happen. That'd be fucking hilarious.
Like,
watch this.
Yo, can we make that a video just where we fucking watch these old shit?
yeah.
Watch the old
Oh,
stuff
absolutely. Again? We can do that here too if we wanted to. This is more of like a this
also
podcast is dedicated to just remembering and
I also
enjoying
feel like
what
there's
was.
something I should actually say that's very on the end of Rooster Teeth, like, kind of being shut down. It kind of hurts me a lot too if you think about it, because I normally will tell people, oh, SAO is what got me into anime, because a lot of people you see say, oh, Ruby doesn't count as an anime because it's 3D, even though that's not exactly the definition of anime. It's an animation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in reality,
you think about it too.
Ruby is what got me into anime, and Ruby led me to SAO and led me on the spiral of where I am now.
And technically now you can't. Now that would be false because Ruby is an anime.
Yeah, because I cleaned them.
So suck a dick. Yeah, fuck you. Y'all thought you were so funny saying
Y'all
Ruby
thought you
wasn't
were
an anime.
hilarious.
Oh, it was so. Y'all were joshing on it, but guess what? You can't now. Can't talk shit now.
Yeah.
So, fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's like, it's wild because to think of like the amount of like anime I've watched now, and in the end, it's all because of Ruby.
Yeah.
It's
I
all
mean,
that which in turn means kind of all because of Rooster Teeth, you know?
they created a genre. Like, I mean, they were part of his, like, they were the George Lucas Star Wars of the internet, you know? Like,
Yeah.
because they're like
YouTube.
they actually, believe it or not, Rooster Teeth actually predates YouTube. Like, they predate YouTube by a long shot. Like, some would even say Rooster Teeth was a competitor for YouTube, at least for maybe not for other people's videos to upload, you know, in that sort of way, but like for their specific content and media, you know.
Yeah, because they had like their own the content.
They were more
made
of like a
was
production
their content,
company.
you
They
know?
were almost like, it's weird. They were like the gaming Netflix group, you know, like I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like,
Also, this is off topic. You can't hear my TV, right? I turned it up a little bit so I can, because I'm playing Spider-Man. So
yeah.
I don't hear.
Something I was thinking about too. They are, in a weird way to put it, they are like, they're in a lot of ways they're misfits. They're all misfits. You know?
that's kind of a funny way to see it.
The reason I say it that way is because, like, it was mostly the whole thing with Rooster Teeth is all the people that work there are all creators of, you know, they all can't come from around the world to join this company, and they're all creators. They're all like,
Oh, that's so cool.
you know,
Sorry.
Yeah,
it's kind of like what we are. We're kind of we're a bunch of idiots who were just making YouTube videos because we enjoy making content, you know?
Yeah, and then they expanded and got more misfits. They created a clone rebellion. I love all. I want to mention. I just love all of the references. That's insane. But yeah, like, that's how it is. It just be like
It's
that.
wild to think about it.
I mean, shit.
Dude, I also want to state, like, if you look at all the people, like, I'm gonna say it to be kind of like Barbara Dunkelman, like, she tweeted out, I think yesterday, when, like, it first came out, like, dude, she was voicing for the company when Ruby first came out, which was for a few years, and then she was working for and then she was working for them actively working for them for fucking 12 years. She's been with Rooster Teeth for fucking 20 years is what she said.
Yeah, she's an OG member.
Yeah.
the fucking the orange dude from Red vs. Blue, Griff. He's played by Jeff Ramsey, who's the founder, one of the founders of Rooster Teeth.
He was the founder of the fucking company.
Well, technically, all of the Reds and Blues are founders of the company, pretty much. Probably not Tucker, but
really not Tucker?
No, because he was just he was more like voice. He was just a voice actor. Like he came in like, well, not late. No, he was at the beginning. I guess he was. I want to. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not. I actually can't confirm that because I don't know much about him, unfortunately, because he wasn't in like many of the Rooster Teeth videos. At least in like a lot of the RT lives and things like that. I don't remember seeing him around too much, but there's a lot of videos, thousands of videos on the fucking internet, you know, of these guys. And that's cool because like it's cool that they have like pretty much their last 20 years documented in like everyday life videos.
Something I'm really like, I kind of hope for is all the people who do like the voices for like not just like Ruby but like Red vs. Blue and Genlock. I hope all of them do actually branch out and do more because they're so good, they're so talented, you know what I mean? Like all of their talent, I hope their talent doesn't go to waste because they're not going to be able to actively work on.
Well, you know,
Teeth, you know what I mean?
A lot of what I'm seeing, a lot of the things they took away from all of the whole experience with Rooster Teeth is that Rooster Teeth showed them how to have a voice, you know?
Yeah.
Like they all learned how to gain their true voice as creators. So I feel like it won't be the end. They're all going to move on because even something that Jeff was saying too was that no matter like, because the reason why Rooster Teeth started changing so much is because obviously everyone that was in it for so long and kind of started going their own ways, they all started doing their own things. Like Michael and Lindsay, you know, voice of Ruby and Sun, they went and had a kid, you know?
Yeah, that's
and he has 2 kids, and she's a fucking mom and a VTuber now. Like she's doing VTubing, and
dude,
Michael's doing
like
dog bark. You know, it's a whole different
something I also
thing.
want to make known is that the other voice actor, everyone's doing their own thing, and I think it's good.
Yeah.
Because especially like people like Lindsay Jones, she's as talented as she is, she's a really good person. But voice actors need their own life. You know what I mean? Like they need their own stuff they do. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Which, dude, I also love seeing them go work on other stuff. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, like seeing Aaron Zach. Yeah.
Dude,
I was
Aaron
gonna say
Zach
that.
in Honkai is. And I'm not saying this because she voices Blake and she's my favorite character, but she actively wowed me. Like I liked Black Swan off of her design in the first place, but if you looked at her in Honkai and like listened to the way she voiced it, she was amazing. She was phenomenal. Like I don't think there's many words that can like kind of put it into perspective. You know what I mean? Like she's so talented, and I'm really glad that she's getting to do other stuff. It's not just like Ruby.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just Blake, because I feel like I love Blake and I love.
Wait, who does she play in Honkai now?
Black Swan.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Wait, wasn't she a Genshin character too?
No, it's just the
Okay.
the Hoyoverse thing that she joined was Black Swan. It was Honkai.
I could have sworn she was in Genshin as well at some point or for something.
And if she was, she's I don't remember it, which is really unfortunate for myself. But yeah, no, she's phenomenal. Like her voice, she did it amazing, and I'm glad for that because I feel like she's getting a chance to put her talent to good use. And like, not that to say that Blake wasn't, because Blake is still my favorite character and she just did wonders as Blake. But it's good to see them doing other stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, like
it's good to see them branching out and doing like more voiceover stuff that like so they can get their name out there more.
Yeah, like I said, Rooster Teeth was like, I feel like it was the foundation of like everyone's growth. Like it allowed everyone to kind of grow in that community there. You know, everyone there grew up and like started like really becoming themselves, and that's what I think that's what Jeff was saying he was proud of, and I was like, God damn, it's fucking amazing. And you know what? It's weird to say it, like, I think not that it's the news is good, in any way, but I'm happy
it's
that
almost like
I think
it's the end of an era.
yeah.
Because
I like to try and
line
look at
is
it in a
not,
very positive kind of way, you know?
like, die a hero or live long enough to become the villain sort of thing.
Yeah. And like you can even see with like their branding, like when Achievement Hunter stopped being Achievement Hunter, because they mostly wanted to do that to kind of close that chapter and let the new people kind of, because they knew moving forward that Achievement Hunter was never going to be the same as people, you know, newer people were coming in and doing some new different things with the channel. You know, they're like, well, things are going in a different direction now, so they decided to end Achievement Hunter and start something. They all started different projects,
which is a good thing. Like they get to branch off, you know.
Yeah.
And that's where like I love they're all so amazing at voice work, and like not even just that, but like animating and all of that. They're so good at it, and I'm really hoping that they, like, whoever's all there their talents don't get to put to waste, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's also just like I'm more heavy on the voice actors because that's what I want to do, and I like seeing all of them. Seeing how good they do, it makes me want to. It makes me hope that they are like really successful with it, and they get to see more more roles. Like I'm hoping Aaron Zek gets to do more than more, especially with the way she did in Honkai and how good she is as Blake. I'm really hoping she gets to do more, because I think that'll, if she gets her name out, like people will love her as like her work as much as I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just the best way to kind of put it is just it inspired many, and it lived to inspire many more, I think. You know?
Yeah. Which is a good thing.
Yeah.
And everyone kind of...
You guys want to know like a fun little like memory that I have from RTX?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, me and my brother, it was like, because the whole thing, RTX is kind of like, not rushed, but meeting, the way they had you meet like the voice actors and all was like, you would have 2 at a time on specific days. And like on the day we got, I think me and my brother got to go see Aaron Zek and Kara Everly. I think the second day we were there, because we were there for all 3. I didn't get to see them the second day, but you remember my old phone case, right, Tony? My Bumblebee case.
Yeah.
I will still like. I think.
Oh, the custom one.
Yeah, the custom one I had.
Yeah.
So what I did, my brother was, because when I tell you I was like starstruck, I don't think I've ever been that starstruck in my life. And it was funny because my brother actually had to talk for me.
Oh, really?
But my brother brought up my phone case. He's like, oh, you know, show her your phone case. I'm like, oh yeah, and I showed her. She's like, it's so gay. I love it. I'm like, oh my god,
dude.
That was like, I love hearing that. I'm like, holy shit, that just made that made my life.
That's great.
I was like, holy fuck.
That's awesome. I really like that.
I have both Aaron Zek and Kara Everly's signature on the manga that's the Mirror Mirror manga, which is all based on Weiss. And then I have a Blake pop that's signed by both of them as well, which is like amazing.
Wow. And you know what, Lo? You are gifted to have like your what's it called? What's the best way to say it? You're I don't know. You're just like, you're lucky to fucking have been able to do that, because I don't know, like, even if RTX will be a thing anymore, because I know that was like a that's different in the convention space. I don't know.
The one the year after I went, I think, was technically the last one, because they had to cancel it the year. I think last prior year.
I think the one I wanted to go was the one that got canceled.
Yeah, because that was as recent. Like that was recently.
Yeah.
That was last year. But the one I went to, I think it's still my favorite con I think I've gone to date.
Yeah.
And not because like it was my first con, but like it felt nice to finally be like in my element for a change, and it felt cool to like meet all these people and like really learn that voice actors, all the voice actors are just us. They're nerds who just enjoy like anime and stuff, they're just nerds with a job title. Yeah.
You know?
And it's funny because I remember, this is like off topic to fucking Aaron Zek and all, but one of my favorite voice actors, Kira Buckland, I met her at Too Many Games, I think like a year, like last year, or this recent year, and afterwards, because she streams on Twitch, so afterwards, I went in her chat on Twitch and I said, "Oh, it was really nice to meet you. Because I was really nervous to meet her, because she's like one of my favorite voice actors, and she's like, oh, don't be nervous. We're all just nerds. That's really all we are, because that's basically voice actors are just nerds with titles.
Yeah.
And any voice actor will tell you that. They're like, dude, we're nerds who read titles. That's all it is.
Yeah, we just have a, our 9 to 5 is just
the name.
speaking into a microphone.
Yeah. We just
It's
have
nothing different than like McDonald's,
Our profession is our job,
Yeah. It's weird. I guess it's just like you seeing your heroes, I guess,
Yeah.
In a way.
I always say it this way.
I totally get that. When I met when I got
Oh
to meet
yeah,
Matt Mercer
yeah.
and Liam, and when I got to meet Matt Mercer and Liam O'Brien.
Yeah, the part of the Critical Role cast. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I met the entire Critical Role cast.
Yeah.
I love them all.
I remember you telling me about that.
But like, definitely getting to speak with Liam O'Brien was like so amazing, because he's truly like one of my favorite VOs. Like fucking the first like animes I watched was Naruto. Well, we aren't going to talk about the first anime I watched, but the first one I'm going to proudly say is Naruto.
Yeah. So what was your first one?
Yeah, what was it? I'm kind of curious now.
I'm gonna admit, I'm gonna say this now. When I was first watching it, I didn't know it was a harem anime.
I love it. I love when it starts with that.
What's the problem with watching harem anime?
So,
I don't really see the reason that
it's like blatantly harem.
So you
anime.
watched it and you're like, oh, so I know what this is like now.
No, I watched it and the only thing I thought of was, ooh, zombies.
Listen,
it was a zombie anime. I liked it.
I'll be the first to tell you, cool. Harem animes are. People will always say, "Oh, you're watching it because it's fan service." No, I don't think people realize how good some harem animes have. Like how good some stories of harem animes have.
High School the Dead had a fucking amazing narrative.
Now listen,
but it's softcore porn.
I know that the meme for High School DxD is oh its plot is like people always say it's a fan service is the plot, but no, if you actually if you take the fan service out of High School DxD, it would still have a great story. No,
it does. It does have a great story.
I also just can't handle Issei, but that's just like my personal thing. He's too pervy, and I don't mind pervs. Don't get me wrong.
Well, then you'd hate Konosuba. You'd fucking hate Konosuba.
I watched the first episode of Konosuba, and I just could not.
It's fun because I wish I consumed anime as much as you guys do, because I feel like I still have a shorter list of animes that I watch.
Oh, Tony, do you want to borrow my list of good anime? I have a massive list of ones I've watched and also ones I'm trying to watch.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can give you some.
Well, I'm still watching Ichorus.
Ichorus Recoil.
Yeah, Ichorus Recoil.
Ichorus Recoil is really good. But my list right now is like 170.
Play the soundboard.
I think it's like 178 that I have. That I currently have not watched and trying to watch.
Oh my god, that was so ridiculous.
But it's back kind of you kind of divert back to the original topic, but it's like meeting your heroes is something that not a lot of people get to do, and it's like people would be surprised when you say your hero is someone who just stands behind a microphone and does voices. And
well, you know what's true? It's weird too, because
I don't really think it makes a difference.
The way, just listening to the way Carrie was talking tonight, I mean, he fucking said, it's weird because our hero fucking was us at one point, and then he became our hero. Like, he saw them as his hero, and then he became a hero of his own. So is this my way of my academia way of saying the real reward was friendship and heroism, that anyone could become a hero. Only you just gotta believe.
Friendship has nothing to do with my hero. It's all about power.
You just gotta believe. Anyone can be a hero, even you too.
That is actually My Hero.
Yeah.
That is actually the plot of My Hero Academia.
Like shit. Is that
Fucking
just the way of, is that the just circle of life, is just My Hero Academia?
No.
I think so. I
My
think
Hero
so.
My Hero Academia is about a kid who didn't know what he was getting into and started dating a hospital bed.
Oh. Yeah, bud.
Yeah.
But you know,
It's rough out here.
I think it's just it's fun to know that like basically the person who made our something we all love is also was just basically just us at one point, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in a way, that's how we should, like, in a way, we gotta be the next generation Rooster Teeth.
Yeah.
So,
Now
501st
that they're done,
Misfits, watch it.
Yeah. Plus, we got.
I'm pretty much gonna try to do the same thing of like I'm gonna.
So
whatever-
we need to turn. All we need to do is we gotta turn Cora into Monty Ohm, and then we'll be successful industry.
Are you
say it like that? Say it like that.
Are you trying to train my girlfriend like a Pokemon?
I think so, dog. Yeah. They gotta hit their next evolution, dog.
Oh my god. I'm gonna get my ass beat if they hear this.
But no, I think my goal is I'm gonna basically be kind of pull like what Carrie did. I meet my heroes and I'm gonna be one of them, you know? That's one of
We're gonna be true hunchmen and hunchwishes.
That's why I want to voice act.
Hell
so much,
yeah.
you know? Like, cause I want. My brother says the best because we both want to do it, but my brother says it's the best. He's like, how we go up to like voice actors at cons and like how much they helped us. We want to do the same for other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we want to go ahead and we want our voices to be like someone else's comfort. You know, kind of like how like all of us have like our voice actors that are our comfort. You know.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
what in the future we might be another kid's comfort, you know, like our voices will resonate that much.
Yeah.
And that's what my goal is. I want my voice to resonate like that.
Yeah.
I want to do voice acting. I want people to hear my voice and like hear
what you
me
have to
and,
say.
Like, kind of like see like what my story is in a sense, like how like
I think I killed myself.
Oh, what?
And Halo.
But no, I think it'll be it's a fun idea, you know? 'Cause,
Yeah.
like,
No, it's cool.
looking at it that way, it makes the goal all the more.
And that's another
makes me
thing.
want to complete that goal all the more.
Yeah, like that. It makes me think that, like, thinking of that, branched off of that, it, like, I explained it in my video of what is TonyTheDudeTV. I'm not fucking good at talking head videos, you know. Like I'm trying to, and that's the biggest thing, is trying to get better at talking. And
Yeah, obviously.
it's weird because I
Videos?
feel like I even like talking head videos being like talking in front of the camera to, you know.
Yeah, like sitting in front of the camera and talking to the camera.
Yeah, and trying, like, pretending you're, like, it's weird. It's like that, a mental thing in my head where I know I'm talking to, literally, I'm talking to a camera, you know.
You're not,
And my
like,
brain
you're not
takes that.
actively talking to someone. You're talking to a camera, so
Yeah, so it's hard to
turns
relate
your
to a
mind off
camera.
a little bit,
Yeah,
but
it's hard.
you're still,
It's hard to relate to a camera, you know,
yeah.
when you're staring dead into it, trying to talk, and hope the camera understands what the fuck you're saying, you know.
trying to talk into the camera and hope that it understands you, and then in turn the people that watch the video understand what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
But I just want that to be like something. I think Chris can do that too. Chris, you're, with how good you are at voice acting, I think you can do that.
Yeah.
Where it'll be like people will hear your voice and your voice will actively resonate with other people. I think you are good enough at that, at voice acting for that. You know what I mean? Tony, even you, if you wanted to, like.
I could take all of my fucking voices that I've founded over the years.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, shit. I have multiple personality disorder.
But
But excellent crowding.
Shot.
Oh, I'm chumming. Hey, yo, whoever came up with chum shot, that was the funniest thing I think I've ever seen.
It's cringe but funny.
Yeah, boys, I may have a little slight case of the personality disorder. I can't decide whether I'm Captain Brendo or Buckshot Jones or Alpha. I cannot decide. So I've actually figured out a way to combine a Tony and Winston, or Tony and Carter, or Alpha. Like I forgot, because Carter Locke was the voice for Carter Locke was originally him, and then it's Alpha, and then yeah, but like so he's it like it's fucking it's weird, but it's just shit. Yeah, there you go, there it is. But you know, fucking it be what it be. It is what it is. It do be what it do be doing.
Do what it do.
It do be doing what it do be doing.
It do be doing.
The lesson we're trying to send away here, ladies and gentlemen, is anyone can be a hero. Even you.
God damn it.
But in all seriousness, just use
hero
your...
too, you are a hero too.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyone...
In the end, what the point is, you can...
Oh,
You can look up and do what you can do what you like want, you know, like you're not, you can make your dreams a reality if you
don't let your dreams be dreams. Just do it.
I mean, in a sense, you're not really wrong, but that's a weird way to put it. But
yeah.
But yeah,
but
no,
don't forget what was. But
yeah,
everyone is gonna eventually break out of their own shell, and it's gonna take time, but with practice makes perfect, and we'll all fucking have a happy ending at some point.
All good things need to come to an end, but those good things coming to an end in turn brings other new things to light that can kind of resonate and come from that. Yeah.
And as long as we remember what was, it'll never die. Right? Well, if the campaign never ends, it never ends, right? Like shit.
I mean, if you keep restarting the campaign, then you're never gonna, you know. If you keep
restarting,
yeah. Fuck up.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one too. That was great. But ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for joining us on this memorial of Red vs. Blue. Rooster Teeth, Ruby, all of the RT's best. We wish everyone who lost all their jobs and, you know, is going through a rough time, wish all y'all the best, for real. It's rough out there, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's a rough time.
We love all of you.
To those who are planning on picking up Ruby and or Red vs. Blue to finish it up, do it.
Please try to put as much love and care into it as was already into it. That's another thing if you do.
If that even becomes the case, you know?
If that comes the case, but I think it's going to.
Carrie even promised that he is fighting every day to fucking finish the story that he wanted to tell over the last 20 years.
I hope that becomes to be, but I think whoever's going to pick it up is going to try to bring the original crew, like writing crew, on so they can finish it, you know?
Oh yeah,
I don't think I'm gonna let them go without finishing their story.
Oh yeah, they would definitely bring them on, 100%. Be like consultants and shit, and even help story writing.
I think the problem with if you don't bring the original crew on, especially with something like Ruby, you don't know where the story is going or where they had it going. Yeah. You just know where they ended it, which is why I hope whoever picks it up in the right, like, picks it up and has the crew work on it, like has the original Rooster Teeth crew, like Ruby Rooster Teeth crew, like Ruby help them with it, you know?
Did you just say Ruby?
Yeah, that's what they're called.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, the crew that works on Ruby is called Ruby.
Yeah. You ever heard of that?
Oh, so I'm just restarting my game because I got John.
Oh, okay, that's why. Well, on that note, fellas, thank y'all for joining the stream. I hope you enjoyed our little TED Talk and memorial of Red vs. Blue. We will remember it with all of our hearts, trust and believe. And it's been real. And on to on to further and better things.
On to bigger
Speaking
and
of
better.
which, if y'all check out 501st Misfits, we're gonna
and
we'll be making a part of our mission to honor the fallen by making great content in Machinima.
and we do have some idea. We do have some
We have ideas
project
in the
work.
works.
Yeah, we're working on
so,
some other shit as well.
To those who want to know what are we doing here?
Yeah, like why are we here? Yo,
Why
why?
are we here?
Oh, yeah, why is the sun green?
Why is the sun green? Why is it a different color?
It's like, hey, yo, what the fuck? Is it like do you think it might be the product of like some cosmic coincidence, or like just really
It might be.
it's just like it's like AI, like the Matrix. But shit. I think that's a wrap. Ladies and gentlemen,
I think so.
we are out of here. See you later.